Hello everyone from the capital of Ukraine. My name is Tanya. I'm vlogging Ukrainian lifestyle during the war. Привіт всім! Here's my new vlog. I was thinking about for too long. I hesitated and procrastinated, self-reflected a lot, wrote down my feelings and emotions about the war. This video was emotionally hard for me since I needed to dig deeper into my feelings and reflections and memories about the war. But I want to share with you my thoughts and to have this video like a diary for myself to look back in 10 years, let's say. In February 2024, Ukraine marked 2 years of full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine. 2 years since the world saw the bravest people who defend their land and freedom to the end, who accepted the fight with barbaric and wild animals with literally bare arms. So I've collected my reflections and thoughts in this video. Disclaimer, I share only my personal experience and do not speak on behalf of all Ukrainians. I know it's a bad idea to compare the level of grief or life situations, but I consider that I have not the worst war experience. I evacuated from Kyiv fast, around 15 hours. I didn't see Russians and their tanks. I wasn't in occupation or Russian captivity, but the war changed me forever. So how did the war change me, and what did I take from these 2 years of war? Not super obvious things are here. First, the war taught me that the life is finite. It seems obvious. I mean, everyone understands and knows that we will die someday. But I felt it very strongly during the missile shelling in Kyiv and hearing loud explosion nearby, and then reading in the morning news that today in Kyiv a young family, pregnant woman, her husband and their cat were found died in the rubble. Young people who just live here, who have plans, who plan their future. Young family like me, like my family. And that's insane. That's changed my mind and priorities, like for real. I felt that the life is finite when I saw the Bucha massacre, because in the place of killed and tortured Ukrainians, could be every Ukrainian, just because we are Ukrainians. And my family used that road for evacuating from Kyiv, that road that the Russians shot through and killed civilians in their cars. At that moment, I forgot about everything. Everything seemed like unimportant. Financial plans, career plans, self-growth plans just vanished. And now I am thinking more often that life is a really short journey, and especially in Ukraine. I mean, the probability of being killed is a bit higher than usual. And I'm asking myself, do I really want to do what I'm doing now? Is it worth spending my precious time on this or that? And here is the second lesson I learned. I stopped thinking that I must be super productive, initiative, to have an amazing career, to earn millions, I must have many accomplishments already in my years. No, I just wanna live and do what I like at a slower pace. Just 3 examples I did during the war. First, I started my own small business, handcrafted jewelry, and actually it was successful. But in a year, I understood that to be an entrepreneur, that's not for me. I don't wanna do it now. And now I am just closing it. But I tried, and it was an amazing experience. Next, I completely changing my career, switching into a tech profession. Can you imagine it? I was in marketing and social media, and someday during the war, of course, during the shelling and this missiles drone attack, I understood that I am tired of this, and it and it doesn't inspire me anymore. So I took many career tests, read books, articles, and understood that data analytics resonates with me a lot. So again, I took courses, made a portfolio, and now I'm trying to land my first junior data analytics job, and unsuccessful though. But again, I'm trying. The last example, I started this vlog on YouTube. However, I was scared that my English is poor, that I will get much hate here, that I make many mistakes, and nobody cares about life in Ukraine, to be honest. But that was not true. I met so many people here. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. I love seeing your interest in Ukraine. And actually, YouTube vlogging now is my stress relief. So the work just propelled me to try and do things I delayed for too long, or just was afraid of start doing. Lesson number 3. That's an interesting observation of mine. Now I just can't read motivational books or watch motivational videos like how to be happy, morning routine, how to work 4 hours per day, etc. Before the war, I perceived this information very well. I bought books, wrote down quotes, reread quotes, but now when I see motivational videos, I just skip them because because they gives me zero outcomes, because my primary purpose is to survive during missile and drone attacks, and I just can't plan my future at all because we don't know when, how, and I don't know when and how this war ends. And when I see videos like top 3 habits to stay productive or healthy. First, good sleep, at least 7-8 hours. Second, reduce stress. Okay, done, got it, I close. First, all attacks happen at night. Second, reduce stress living in Ukraine. Haha. So I just ignore such content, and I ignore recommendations of normal life. I do not devalue such content, but for me, I now just roll back to the first step of Maslow pyramid that I need to close. It's safety. Let's go further. Lesson number 4. The world is cynical, unfair, and mercantile. Probably I lived in pink glasses with pink unicorns, but I didn't expect to see how some world leaders can show so much weaknesses and spineless during this big brutal war in the center of Europe at the critical moment. It's shocking. The world organizations do not work when the real crimes happen. they choose neutrality and post tweets with concerns. Why do we need such organization then? Rhetorical question. I was disappointed to see how the political issues were solving with Ukraine as hostage, how we paid the highest price while waiting when decision makers play their political games, how leaders are scared of Russia just because they don't want to provoke the conflict, how Ukrainians beg for weapon aids for months, years, and while begging, the Russian army, the Russians demolished our house, killing Ukrainians in their homes. To be honest, I'm afraid of where this world is going. The last lesson, number 5, or rather takeaway or understanding, the most painful actually. The war atrophies emotions and some feelings. I lost my joy, enormous joy of life. I'm very positive, optimistic, energetic person with a huge eagerness for life. I love traveling. I've been to 20 countries in the world and had many plans to see the world. But during 2 years of war, I lost a bit or a big part of my ability to joy, dream big, and even sympathize. I see something beautiful and I cannot enjoy it fully like before, like someone cut or stole my joy to life for life, and I see some horrible news about catastrophes in the world somewhere, and I feel nothing. It is scary that I'm mentally traumatized, like every Ukrainian, I think. The last time I was abroad, it was summer 2022. I went to visit my friend in Istanbul, and it was very stressful for me trip because I cried a lot, because I saw careless and full of normal life city, and also I saw happy families traveling. I saw happy Russians walking and shopping there. So it's it's hurt, it's painful, and actually abroad many things trigger me a lot. For example, fireworks, the sound of airplanes, and some fake air sirens or something like very similar to air sirens. Speaking about mental trauma, pretty often I imagine how the rocket hit my house, glass is everywhere, I'm under rubble, I'm screaming, or my family under rubble, I'm looking for them. This happens at least once a day, especially when I go to the bathroom without my phone and I cannot control the situation. I mean, I don't know if there is air raid alert or not. So yeah, I have such thoughts, and that's actually terrible. Another example, for example, my friend always puts on pants, then she go into bed, and also have some warm clothes nearby, because if the rocket hits her house, if she is alive, she will be warm until the rescue team comes. My usual habit when the air raid alert in Kyiv, I always open the lock of the door, because if the shock wave bent the door, we could leave our apartment. Anyways, when you see happy Ukrainians, most probably they are just pretending to be happy. So guys, these are my confessions of what is like living during the war. I wanted to share with you. And what I want to say, that nobody deserves experience the war, but we Ukrainians have no choice. This is our home. We do not. Many Ukrainians don't want to leave their home, so we have to adapt, to adjust to the war, and just live this harsh reality. Please do not forget about Ukraine. We are still fighting. Please support us with comments, donations, arguments, in personal communication. Evil must be defeated on Ukrainian land. Slava Ukraini!